The Telecom Bill has been tabled in the Lok Sabha by IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw. This is one of the most contentious bills to be tabled in Parliament this session. And of course, it seeks to bring broadcasters under the ambit of telecommunication, also online messaging platforms like WhatsApp, Gmail and even Zoom. So this is a bill that could have major ramifications as far as privacy and the end-to-end encryption bid is concerned. So multiple sections, multiple bills will have to be amended and changed once this bill is actually passed. But there was some opposition to the bill as well. BSP MP Ritesh Pandey opposed the introduction, said that this is in violation of the 2017 constitutional provisions and said that this should be reconsidered because the Rajya Sabha cannot pass or has no jurisdiction as far as money bills are concerned. But as far as the Aam Aadmi is concerned, the Telecommunications Bill will have some implications for your day-to-day functioning as far as messaging apps are concerned, and also over-the-top or OTT platforms as well. Our senior colleague Himanshu Shekhar is now joining us live on the broadcast. So Himanshu sir, there seem to be two aspects to this bill. One, of course, are the OTT platforms that are to be brought under the ambit of broadcasters, and second, these messaging platforms like WhatsApp, Gmail, etc. What is the government's bid here, and what are the ramifications that an Aam Aadmi will have on this?
Well, the government's contention is that the Indian Telegraph Act 1885 is a 138-year-old legislation, and considering the new advancements in communication technologies and all these new platforms that you just now mentioned in detail, it has become urgent and important to put in place new regulatory provisions to regulate all these new OTT and other social media platforms, including online platforms. And government's contention is that this bill primarily has been brought in to incorporate new provisions to regulate this emerging sector. Remember, in last couple of years, there have been major advancements in communication technologies, and with that, new concerns have emerged as to how far and how the government should be regulating these new technologies that have come up. And keeping in mind that urgency, this telecommunication bill has been structured in a particular way. Now, it also says, and I quote from the bill, the provisions of the bill, that in the interest of national security and public safety, government will in fact have the power to take control of any telecom service or a telecom network. Government has been given powers under the provisions of the bill that has been tabled in Lok Sabha, that government can even take control, the management control of a telecom service if it is required in national interest. Importantly, there are very strict provisions also for interceptions. For example, the bill says that the press messages of correspondents of accredited media institutions that shall not be intercepted or detained under any circumstances. So for phone interceptions of messages, very strict provisions have been included in the draft of the bill that has been introduced in Lok Sabha today. And for those entities who violate these norms of interception, there is a very strict provision for penalty and also imprisonment in the extreme cases. Importantly, to address all disputes that will arise in future in this telecom sector, there is a provision for setting up a telecom dispute settlement and appellate tribunal to adjudicate any such disputes.
Right.
And the broader objective is to develop, expand and ensure effective operationalization of telecom services in the country. So that is the government's contention, but of course these are new provisions and the bill has just been introduced. We expect MPs to come out with more informed points on the different provisions of the bill.
Right.
But of course, government is going ahead with it, and the introduction, of course, is the first step in this regard.